Hello guys, transfer rumor has opened a few days ago in the start of January, and there have been rumors circulating so many players in this window and so many bizarre and so many interesting rumors. I just want to touch about the Lionel Messi to Chelsea thing and why it would not be beneficial for our club to sign him. So from what I have heard, Messi has followed Courtois and Felipe Luis on Twitter, and that's how it fueled the speculation that Lionel Messi would be joining Chelsea for 200 or 250 million quid. That's bizarre. I certainly don't want Chelsea to be spending that much of money or a fraction of that much of money on a football player, even with the likes of Lionel Messi. So I respect a lot about Messi's quality. I have a lot of respect, and because I do not like Ronaldo, I have much more respect for Messi, and because of all the records he has broken and an exceptional talent he is. Look what's gonna happen if he transfers to Chelsea. If he's gonna transfer to Chelsea, okay? It may or it may not happen. It will be a shock for world football if we see this deal go through. But I hope nothing is gonna happen. Okay? So let's say we bring Messi 250 million quid or 200 million quid at Chelsea. So he has also there are also talks that Turkish airline and Adidas, because Messi has signed a deal with the Turkish airlines and Adidas, that these companies would finance the deal with Chelsea and help them with financial situations. So they would cover some of the costs for Messi's transfer at Chelsea, so to speak. So let's say Messi comes 200 or 250 million, okay? What is Chelsea Football Club worth today? In my opinion, it's £500 million, or if I can say 500 million. And when Abramovich bought back, it was like a third of that, around 150 or 200 million. So if you bring Messi in, you're saying that he's worth a third of what is Chelsea is worth today. That is a lot of money. Okay, this aside, if Messi comes to Chelsea, where would you fit him, right? You have Hazard. You would certainly not fit him in the central strike role where Diego Costa plays. Certainly not. So you're gonna field him just behind the strikers. So we have Hazard, Oscar and Willian. And we do not want to change that shape. So if Messi comes in, then it pushes Hazard and Willian out. We do not need that. And at Chelsea Football Club, we do not need the services of Messi just to win the Premier League or the Champions League. We've got more than enough to win and compete in the highest level. We do not need a player 200 million and he's 27 years old. He has potentially 4 years to be at the top, and there's no guarantees because he may not. He may also flop. You remember what happened to Fernando Torres and Andrei Shevchenko? A lot of respect to Shevchenko, and Torres has wasted a lot of money at Chelsea Football Club. We paid a lot for him and he didn't deserve that. But anyway, if that happened to Messi and the wages we pay to Messi and he has never played, okay, I believe he can have talent to succeed in the Premier League, but there is no guarantees. Imagine we pay that much for Messi and he comes, and it would ruin the structure of the club, I think, because all this, like, if Messi comes to Chelsea, he would have this high image and Hazard would be below him. You know, I don't want to see that. I want Hazard to have a good image of himself at Chelsea Football Club, and I hope he stays there for a long time. But you know, I want to see Willian play. I want to see Hazard play. I don't want to see Messi at Chelsea. And okay, fair enough that we would make sales with his advertisements and merchandise and stuff like that. But you know, Ronaldo was bought by Real Madrid. Bale was bought by Real Madrid for more than 70 million, 80 million and above transfer fee. I don't want Chelsea to spend that much money, for sure. And to spend 200 million for a player that can last 4 years at his top. So that's, let's say, 50 to 70 million a season just for Messi, and plus his wages. He gets like 5 times more than an average player at Chelsea for wages, and I don't want to see that happening. Let him. And of course I don't want Manchester City to, or Manchester United to buy him. That would be even worse. But from my perspective, I want him to stay at Barcelona. I don't want him to go to the Premier League. It would definitely ruin Chelsea, and the fans would like to see it, but for the club, the image of the club itself, and then all these other fans are going to say Chelsea are ruining football. But in fact, you saw what Manchester United how Manchester United are spending this season, and you have seen that Ronaldo and Bale and James Rodriguez are worth 200, I don't know, 260 for 3 players. I would rather, for that 250 million, I would rather sign 9 or 10 marquee players, very good players that could fit and are underrated, instead of Messi coming and he's like overrated. And you know, as much as it is a fantasy, I would not like it to be happening. I would rather sign other players. Thanks guys for watching. That was my opinion of Messi. The transfer may or may not happen, but I hope it won't happen, because as I said, it's just fantasy.